Hello, my name's Norm, and I am the executive director for the Elijah Company Incorporated. It's a ministry that was incorporated in 1998, which has focused on the mentorship of missionaries and intercessors and that marriage of prayer and missions for the nations. Just briefly, in 2008, we received the challenge to be part of the establishment of houses of prayer. And this was at the Call to All in Orlando. And at that time, we committed to establishing 11 houses of prayer around the Mediterranean coastal areas by the year 2020. And this house of prayer in Athens, Greece will be the fourth one. And we are working on a fifth one and a sixth one. The fifth one will be in Sicily, hopefully, in the upcoming year. But I want to go through with you the first part of 5 parts explaining a little bit about the what we're calling Lighthouse247 in Athens, Greece. And it's an event that we are hosting along with various ministries and churches in Athens to seek the Lord, number one, for a breakthrough in the spiritual realm, for blessing on the nation, for response to the crisis with refugees, and many other things. That's all part of the first thing. The second thing, which I think is equally, if not more important, is the establishment, laying the foundation for establishing an ongoing 24/7 house of prayer in the spirit of the Tabernacle of David. And in a later session, we'll give you some scriptural basis for why we're doing this and how we're doing this and what it might look like. If you look at the MOU, and if you don't have the MOU, you could write to helpfriends7@gmail.com, and we'll send you a PDF of the MOU that I'm showing you right now. This is an event, MOU for the event, Lighthouse 24/7 in Athens, Greece, 30 days of 24/7 worship and prayer, starting November 1st and going through November 30th. Now, we know that most people will not be able to come for the entire month. Most people will be able to come only for a week, maybe 2 weeks. Come for as little as a day, or for 30 days if you want. And then, as you feel led and as you share with us more about what's on your heart, maybe you could be part of the ongoing team that would be manning the house of prayer in Athens, Greece. But this is what we call MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, for anyone outside of Greece. And so what it says there is this document contains all the facts that we presently know regarding the upcoming 30 days of worship and prayer planned for Greece. And anyone desiring to help or join in with the house of prayer needs to read this. You must read this, because if you don't, you're going to come with a very vague understanding of what we hope to see accomplished. And you're still welcome. You could still come and pray, and you could still come and worship, but this is going to help really to explain more about what we're trying to do. So just to introduce a little bit, like I said, 30 days, 24/7, Athens in prayer. People would come for various lengths of time. The mission statement is to lay the foundation of a 24/7 house of prayer in the spirit of Tabernacle of David. And with that, to lift the bar, lift the level of prayer throughout the entire city, the nation, and also the nations who will be attending. So it's really going to be like a school of prayer where people come, participate, and the bar of prayer will be lifted right across the board. But the end result will be to lay that foundation for a 24/7 house of prayer in the spirit of the Tabernacle of David. Now, the location I have down here, very important, and I could give you a whole history lesson about this location, but I won't do that right now. The street name is Zaimi, Zaimi, 17, number 17, Athens, Greece, and there's a Google Maps link there you could use to get a view of the streets and so on and so forth, and navigate yourself from wherever, from the airport or wherever. And in a later session, I will be talking about transportation in Greece and expenses and so on and so forth. particularly, now remember, this is for those coming from the outside of Greece, not for those living in Greece. Just briefly say that the worship and prayer movement is beginning to spread throughout the whole earth. And it is, in part, the prescription and posture, scripturally, of the church leading up to the second coming of Christ. And anybody who's been involved with houses of prayer know this is second nature. This is what we're praying towards. And we'll give you some scriptural basis for that also. But it is also the historic posture of God's people that has always preceded revival and awakening. The growth of the prayer movement, Athens is not unique in the vision for worship and prayer, but it's estimated that there are 24,000 houses of prayer in the world today, whereas in 1985, 32 years ago, there were only about 25. The current situation in Greece has really created a fertile seedbed for establishing a house of prayer, but also for planting the seeds of truth that is going to affect many people. So this is the end of part one, and in part two I'm going to be telling a little bit more about the house of prayer and how what you can expect if you come. But please read through the MOU and be praying with us that God would give a spirit of wisdom and revelation in everything that we're endeavoring to do here. Thank you.